Today we're going to talk about Microsoft Project Baselines. We're going to show you how you create your baseline, track your baseline, and adjust your baseline if you need to in your project. For the project baseline, you need to just understand it is a snapshot of what your initial plan was on your project. And I'm going to show you how to apply that and some important information you can get from that. So first of all, this is just a templated schedule. You can follow along on your own. This is a provided Microsoft project schedule. It's a PMI, Project Management Institute process template. So in order to snap a baseline on your project once it's completed, so first let's look through this schedule, and it doesn't have any estimated durations. There's resources to it, and there's a bit of logic here. There's predecessors and successors and so on. So in our eyes, this project is ready to go. This is our plan. So come up to snap the baseline, we need to go to the Projects tab, and then over on the right it says Set Baseline right here. So there's a good detail of what that means. You can read under that. It's just taking a snapshot, like I mentioned before, of the information on your project, the resources you assign, the logic on the tasks, and also you can do this multiple times. So the reason you would do it multiple times is, let's say there was a significant scope change in your project and that everyone agreed to kind of reset. That would be a good example of a second baseline. Okay, so click here and let's go to Set Baseline. It's very straightforward. We're going to set baseline, and then we're going to choose, there's number to choose from. Since we're just going to snap our first baseline, just going to click baseline. And this is for the entire project for this example, and we're going to hit OK. So nothing really looks like it changed, but there's a few indicators that we did snap a baseline. So if you go to add a new column right here, if this isn't here, I'm gonna delete this and show you. So you can get rid of this, but you would just right click on top of a column and hit insert column to have that new column there if you didn't want to delete this. Okay, so I'm trying to show you what the baseline shows you parameters wise. So if you add a new column, we're going to call this baseline. There's several options, but we're just going to go from baseline start first. So your baseline start, this shows you where your project started at the time of snapping that baseline. And let's put baseline finish. So these are right now, these are the exact values as the start and finish because we just did this. And I'm going to add another column, and you can get a variance. So a start variance, that's a good indicator. This is how many days difference between your start and your baseline start. Okay, so the real key to take away here is that once you start progressing this schedule, so let's say that we're starting the schedule. Today is January 23rd for this example, and this task has started. And we initially were going to start it on Thursday, but let's say something happened. There was some kind of event where we didn't start our project on Thursday at 8 a.m. We started it Friday. So now that's shifting our schedule. So we know we're a day behind. So right here, you can see the variance is 1 day for the start variance. And you can see where your baseline is. We're supposed to start on Thursday. So what this does, this captures all the way through here. Let's say that we'll complete this task here. Now this one was supposed to start on Thursday. Let's say it did start on Thursday, but it lasts 2 days instead of the 1 day. So now look, our finish date is indicated in blue that it's changed and it's different. And you can also add a column, which is very useful. Maybe you want to see a finish variance. That's there too. Let's hide the Gantt chart a little bit. And we'll walk through some of these that, percent complete is also useful. We should have had that on there to start with as we're progressing this. Over here, there's several of these. So your baseline, if we put in parameters for cost, it can show you what your baseline cost is, and we've got the finish date, the start date, a lot of good information there. If you go into creating new baselines, so if we snap this again, this is where these come in. Baseline duration, that's just how long we had planned it. So it really just gives a good aspect of where you were originally and where you're at. So typically, whenever I do a project, I don't always reference this while I'm actively working the project. It's more as to, okay, the project's quite a bit behind and we need to figure out where we went awry, or in a lessons learned type environment where we are trying to see what we planned versus what we actually did. So that's it. We'll hide a couple of these and just continue on with working your project and managing your resources and activities. That is how you manage your baseline in Microsoft projects. Let me know if you have any questions, if you need help with your baseline in Microsoft projects. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think about this content. Thanks.